Hello everyone and welcome to Newsmakers. We're coming to you from the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm Joel Jensen and joining us is Kansas Senator Julia Lynn. Welcome.
Well, it's great to be here.
Are you having a good summer?
Having a great summer.
Yeah.
Got the kids at home, got one graduated from K-State, has a job, so everything's going well in the Lynn family.
Have you had a chance to actually sit back and kind of think about the legislative session and what you just went through?
Yes, I have, and it actually took me about 3 weeks to decompress, but you know, we had some very important issues on the table that I think we worked through in a very, it was difficult, but there were a lot of opportunities that came out of some of the legislation that got passed, like our tax cut, that every Kansan will enjoy an income tax cut this year, and so we're excited about that. We also looked at education funding, so we were able to add $20 million to our schools. We looked at the public retirement system. We didn't get it completely changed to a contribution-based system, but we are moving toward developing a process to decrease the $8.3 billion liability there so that we can ensure our public employees have a pension.
Let's go back and talk about the taxes, because that really hits everybody and means something to them. Educate us a little bit about what was behind that. I know that Kansas kind of has a bad rap sometimes for having the highest taxes in, you know, the 50 states. So talk to us about that.
Well, and that's important to know that. It's important for people to know we are the highest tax state, at least in our region, and highest tax nationally too. And it affects businesses wanting to come to Kansas to create a business. And so what our governor did was he created an opportunity for small business owners, those who are sole proprietors or S-corps, to have an opportunity to keep their income, their non-wage income, so their profits would not be taxed. And that incentive will generate reinvestment of those companies into the Kansas community. In fact, I've already talked to a couple of businessmen who are planning on coming to Kansas because of that particular tax break.
I was reading somewhere, I think that the initial creation of jobs is somewhere in 22,000.
Yes.
I mean, it's in the tens of thousands.
Yes, and the numbers, the governor's office ran those numbers on several different scenarios, and that's what they all came out at. So I think it's probably going to take maybe a year and a half to start seeing some of that come back to the state, but it's hugely important. The other thing we did was we gave everybody a property tax break. So often we're criticized for having very high property taxes, so we set something in motion for that. And we also gave everybody a sales tax break.
So all good, all
yes,
good news.
All good.
We're going to feel it in our pocketbooks.
Yes.
And that's really
so
good.
hopefully we'll go out and stimulate the economy through consumption as well.
Right. I think we have probably about a minute or so left. And, you know, let's talk redistricting very quickly. We've read the headlines. We've talked about, you know, we've learned that it ended up with the judge making the decision. Yes. It seems pretty explosive, the changes.
Yes. I think everyone was very surprised at how explosive that really was and how many changes were out there. But yet, it's an opportunity, I think, for Kansas citizens to get engaged in what's happening at Topeka. And not only at Topeka, but also at all levels of government, because the decisions that we make impact them. And they need to know who their people are that are representing them. And so I think it gives the everyday citizen of Kansas an opportunity to participate, either by running for office or lobbying in Topeka or just getting more engaged.
All right. Well, we appreciate you. We're out of time, but we appreciate you coming by.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. That's all the time we have.